SAIT Center, presented by Lights Out Broadcasting. Created by SAIT students. For Trojans fans everywhere. SAIT Center, lights out.
Hello and welcome to SAIT Center. I'm Alex Day and alongside me is Matt Pouncey. First off, we would like to give a special shout out to the Trojan men's soccer and cross country teams who are representing SAIT at the CCAA National Championships. The soccer team was unable to make it through the quarterfinals and the cross country team came this close to getting into the podium, unfortunately finishing 4th overall. Both teams have many young players and are looking forward to building on this year's success. Congratulations to both programs on a great year.
And now moving on to teams in mid-season form, this past weekend, SAIT Trojans as a whole won an impressive 9 out of 12 games. On Friday, the men's basketball team was at home against the Red Deer College Kings. They lost that game 104-96, but Dathan Spencer had 24 points and 7 steals. And on Saturday, they were in Olds where they won 97-92, and John Smith had 24 points. Now onto the men's hockey team, they played the Portage College Voyagers, and they won 5-3, scoring 5 unanswered goals to win. Michael Lyle scored the game winner. And in Game 2, they won 4-3, with Pat Martins having a big night, scoring 2 goals and notching an assist. The men's volleyball team were playing the Lethbridge College Kodiaks, winning the first one 3-1, with Trent Mounter having 17 kills and 2 service aces. In Game 2, they won a 5-set thriller, winning the last game 15-11.
In women's sports, the basketball team played the Red Deer College Queens at home for their first game and won 67-62. Emily White led the way with 20 points. In their second game on Saturday, they played Olds College. It was an overtime game, ending in 57-53 score for the Trojans. Alicia Tan had 22 points that day. In women's hockey, the Trojans played MacEwan University Griffins. They lost both games, unfortunately, 4-2 and 3-1. In the first game, Emma Greenwood made 31 saves in the effort. In women's volleyball, the Trojans were playing the Lethbridge College Kodiaks. They won both games by a score of 3-1. In the first game, Chantel Jonathan had 8 kills, and in the second game, Madison Haley had 12 digs.
The women's volleyball team now have won 5 games in a row after starting the season 0-3. Our reporter Mitch Taylor caught up with the team's captain, Megan Brennan, to talk about their recent success.
And satisfying.
Sorry.
This is my SAIT Center. I'm here today with 5th year RTBN student, all-time ACAC kill leader, Megan Brennan, and we're going to have a conversation. How are you doing today, Megan?
Good, how are you?
Doing fantastic. So, I know your team got off to a little bit of a struggle to start the season, but you've bounced back. Great fashion.
Yep.
How'd you do it?
Well, the first few games, we actually had one of our starters out due to injury, and there was a little bit of an issue on the Friday game where we couldn't have some of our players play. So I think just having them back on the court really got us to go on this streak now.
So you're a 5th year player. It's your last year, correct?
Yes.
How does it feel knowing that at the end of this, it's all going to be over, yeah?
It's all over. It's sad, but at the same time, I've been here for 5 years. Like, it's a long time to be here. So I'm pretty much ready. Like, I might do what the other people do and come back and coach, so I won't be completely out of it.
As one of 3 5th-year captains on the team, what do you do to lead your team, to help them succeed?
I think having the 2 other people that are 5th years, we kind of just lead by example. You kind of set the standard in practice and stuff, so they start to learn at their own pace and they will do what you do in a way. So I just like little reminders of what's acceptable and what isn't, and they picked it up really easy, so it's easy.
You've played with Carps 94, aka Sammy Carps, aka Samantha Carpenter, for 6 years now.
Yeah.
How have those 6 years been, and how is she just the best teammate you've ever had?
Actually, the first year we played with each other, we hated each other, and we were forced to be partners because we hated each other, but now we're best friends. But it's been really nice to have her the entire way. We were rookies in our first year, so we hung out all the time, but she's just like a very comfortable player to have. Whenever she's on the court now, it just like kind of eases everyone because we all know her so well, so it's nice.
So who runs the music in the dressing room? Is it between the three captains?
It's between myself, Veronica Headley, and that's pretty much it. We kind of run it, I guess.
What's the top 5 songs played pregame?
It's changing because one of our iPods keeps dying. We like a little bit of there's a little bit more swears in the songs that we played, so we're not allowed to say the names of them perhaps. But the top 5, I don't even know what the top 5 would be. They change so often. Oh, Side to Side, Ariana Grande is played a lot currently. They've made up a dance. So.
Our host, Alexander Day, is in love with Ariana. He will be stoked to hear that. There's other people in the world like you, Day. Don't worry. Maybe you'll be on the girls' volleyball team someday. So personally, what's your favorite genre of music?
I don't have it goes in phases, I suppose. You know, sometimes even like a good old Disney tune. No harm in that. But the only ones I don't like are classical music and heavy metal. Everything else is kind of just meshed together.
Speaking of Disney, is that your favorite movie creator, movie studio, or how do you feel about movies? What's your favorite movie?
Any Harry Potter. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So Harry Potter takes the cake to Disney. Disney's got the musical, but Harry Potter's the big one for me.
You don't appreciate the Harry Potter theme song? I think it's very iconic, and
it gets in my head a lot, but I wouldn't listen to it. On repeat. No one's ever had that on repeat before.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
I'm sure our host, Alexander Day, has listened to the Harry Potter theme song on repeat for days. So, I'm not the best at volleyball, and apparently you're the best at volleyball, so I was wondering if you could give me some hints and maybe tricks to go out on the court and show the men's team how it's done.
Sure. I'll try my best. See how it goes.
Let's roll.
Okay, so before you serve, you need a routine. So it can be anything you want. You can bounce off your head. It doesn't really matter. It's just so it makes it the same every time. So mine's this, and then I serve. I don't really know where it came from or why. So are you gonna do it first, or what are you gonna do? Your routine. Saving it?
Save it.
Okay.
Save it.
Okay. So you can't cross this line. So you need your left foot forward, weight in this leg, hand outstretched, and just a little toss and follow through. But you need your routine first. Okay. Is it done? Okay. Extend your arm. And go. That was okay. Well, point for the other team. There's your routine. Yeah.
I learned a lot today from 5th year RTB and ACAC all-time kill leader Megan Brenning. Let's hope I can put it to work. Time to hit the showers.
We wish Megan and the rest of her team the best of luck with the rest of the season, and we hope Mitch can find a shirt that fits him properly.
Alex, I can say I almost feel bad for Mitch there. But moving on, this weekend is going to be another busy one for the Trojans teams. The women's hockey team kicks off the action tonight in a home-and-home with Olds College, looking to make up for last weekend. They will return home Friday for Game 2.
Other games this weekend include both men's and women's volleyball and basketball. The women's volleyball team is playing at Medicine Hat College Rattlers on Friday and home on Saturday. The women's basketball team is playing Friday versus Ambrose University here at SAIT, and away Saturday at St. Mary's University Lightning. The men's volleyball team is also playing the Rattlers away on Friday and home on Saturday, and the men's basketball team is playing the Ambrose University Lions home on Friday and away Saturday night at St. Mary's University as well.
The men's hockey team will be heading to Camrose on Friday to face the U of A Augustana Vikings in the first of 2 games this weekend. The Vikings had the Trojans' number last year, winning 3 of 4 meetings, with the other ending in a tie. Our own Zachary Rushton spoke with the team at practice this week to see what they were doing to prepare for the test ahead.
The men's hockey team is preparing for their upcoming home-and-home against U of A Augustana Vikings. We spoke to head coach Dan Olson and some of the players about how they feel coming into this weekend.
They have a lot of guys returning from last year, and they are a hard-working team, physical team. So we're going to have to make sure we counter that. It's going to be a challenge for us, but those are the types of games you want to be in.
In his first year as head coach, Dan Olson and the Trojans placed second in the ACAC. Now, in his 3rd year, Olson feels that the current team could excel beyond previous successes.
This year I think we got way more character. I think we got more commitment, which is definitely going to give us that opportunity. And I think those guys have all talked about, winning a championship. So as long as they, talk or walk the walk, then we should be okay.
Left winger Dean Allison talked about how his role has changed since being promoted to captain this season.
I think no matter if you're wearing a letter or not, you want to be a leader and sort of play the same way that you've always played. So I just try to set an example in practice and on and off the ice and work as hard as I possibly can. So.
After playing several years in the WHL, starting goalie Bolton Pouliot has been adjusting well to the new league.
It's definitely different. You play 76 games or so in the Western League, and coming here you play 28 this year. So it's that's a pretty big adjustment to you got a lot of space in between games, but that's probably the biggest adjustment I've had to make, but it's been really good so far.
Even though there are a lot of new faces, the Trojans are happy with how well the team chemistry has come along.
It's been really good, actually. We noticed that since day one, even during fitness testing, which isn't always the most enjoyable time of year, is when we're doing the beep test, but guys are cheering each other on, having a lot of fun in practice and in games, so it's really good to see.
I think everybody's just really getting along, and it's going well.
We made sure we recruited good kids, and these guys are all character guys that were all captains or assistant captains on their junior teams, so that makes a big difference. And I think right now our room gets along very well, and a lot of the guys have told me that it's way tighter in there than it was last year.
U of A Augustana proved to be a strong opponent last year. And with their first matchup of the season coming up, the team just wants to stick to their strengths.
I think last year they sort of had our number. There's a lot of games last year where I felt we didn't also really play our Trojan hockey. So I think this year we got quite a bit stronger team, and so we'll be rolling into the weekend with a strong record in our last 10 and feeling good, hoping to get a couple more wins. So
I think we just got to stick to our game. We can't change what we've been doing. We've gotten points in the last 7 games, so I think that's something we got to build off of, and we got to continue to move forward on.
The Trojans will make the trip up north to play the Vikings on Friday before returning home to play them again on Saturday. You can tune into the game live at acactv.ca or listen to it on Revolution 103. For SAIT Center, I'm Zachary Rushton.
Be sure to check out some of the Trojans action this weekend at the Campus Center. For a full schedule, go to saittrojans.com.
Thank you for watching our first show. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For SAIT Center, I'm Alex Day.
And I'm Matt Pouncey.
Lights out.